Hey YouTube, it's the 9th of September 2020. It's actually my wife's 30th wedding anniversary today. We did just go to a real nice dinner and so forth, but we've kind of postponed any other activities. There are towns near us, literally within 15, 20, and 25 miles that are burnt. The whole towns are gone. I have friends that live near there. I just heard back from one that they have two big farms and they're plowing fire lines to save their places. So I'm going to head out. We've been the winds, the east winds are bringing all the smoke to the valley. It's not too bad at the moment, but it's been really bad since about this time last night. I got a shirt hanging there. I'll show you why here in a sec. Somebody forgot to put the top back on the tracker, and I'll give you a hint of what it's been doing today. Yeah, that. So I've got to clean up my car, this car. I'm just gonna limp it to the barn and blow it out with an air compressor. It'll be fine. Put the top back on. Then I'm gonna go see what's really happening. I threw a case of water in the back. I'll grab flashlights, headlight flashlight, that kind of thing, and I'm going to head out, see if anybody needs anything. I'll check back with you and I'm going to show you what's going on. So it's about 8 o'clock, so I know it's just dark out. We're coming up on Linn County Fairgrounds. It's one of the places that is open. The towns that are on fire, the ones that have been burned, are largely farming areas. There's certainly some dense population of houses that are all, in many areas, are completely destroyed. Some people didn't make it out, so there's been lives lost. But those with livestock can bring them here to Linn County Fairgrounds. I'm just going to see how much activity is here. I'm not sure what you'll be able to see on the screen, but there's going to be plenty of activity here, I expect. So I know the livestock can come in from the back side. I'm certainly not going to get in anybody's way, but I see a lot of horse trailers and stuff coming. In fact, they're lined up a little bit coming in this back entrance. Yeah, wow, look at that. This is horses there in a cool corral. Looks like they brought in some signage. This is the front entrance to the fairgrounds. Let's see who's here. This would be like refugees. Yeah, people have their motorhome, a couple motorhomes and stuff parked here. Horse trailers. I just got another text from my friend that has a couple farms. They're holding their own right now. They went out and plowed some fire lines. More RVs over there. Over here. So all these people were asked or ordered to leave their homes. Some of them will not have a home when they return, but we're gonna head out to the areas where I'm not sure how close we'll be able to get. Just not sure. I hope there's some community help, like they brought in a bunch of restrooms to feed them and so forth. I see a little shack here with probably some help for some folks. Yep, I see water and so forth over there. Good. I threw a case of water in before I left. Okay, I'm gonna head out to the areas, the towns that have the issue, and see what the devastation is. There's no way I could sleep tonight anyway, knowing all this is going on, and maybe if somebody needs a hand with something, I'm happy to do that. So I'll check back with you a little bit. Alright, I just turned from Highway 20 to Highway 226. Still seeing a few horse trailers, camping trailers, and enclosed trailers. The smoke is similar, quite a bit more ash. I don't know if you can see it in the headlights. Probably can't. Oh yeah, you can. It comes down like snowflakes, you know. So one of the next towns up ahead, well, we're going to come up to a town called Crabtree. Be on the left. I hope they're okay. The town beyond is Scio. I hope they're okay. The town beyond that is Stayton, and that's a fairly large community, hospital and everything. And somewhere between there's the fire is off to one side, and I think it's east of there. But I don't have my geometry really good, so I know about where this is. I'm sure they'll have a roadblock and not let me through at some point, but I'm gonna go see how far away this is from people that I know, and then I've informed my friends that if they need something, you call me, I'll be there. All right, I'm gonna continue the trek. Got about 10 miles more to the next town. All right, we're coming into a town called Scio. I've had at least 5 more horse trailers coming by from the other direction. It's obviously the egress path to higher ground. It's starting to be smokier. Excuse me, the cords are tangled up there. Starting to be just a little bit hard to breathe even in the car. My tracker doesn't have cabin filter or anything. You can see how yellow the lights look filtering through the smoke. You can see in my headlights the ash that's falling out of the sky. It's getting worse as we go north. We were northbound on Highway 226. So we're going to go up. There's a sign. You can't see it. And then we're headed for Stayton Scio Road, which is coming up. It'll be a right turn here in a couple blocks. Just praying for these small towns. I know we've lost a couple towns, a whole town, businesses, houses, farms, maybe a mill. That is speculation on my part at this time, but I just pray that things improve. Firefighters can get a handle on it and not lose any more homes. Alright, we have rolled into Stayton, Oregon. We're on the Stayton Scio Road. We're northbound. Here in a couple miles, we'll come up on Highway 22, which is a east-west route from Salem, Oregon to Santiam Pass. My mother actually has property, a house, a home on the river in Mahama, and they're on level 3 evacuate. My mom and I are not close, by the way. Her and her friend, I'm sure, can manage just fine. So we're going to make our way to Highway 22, and then we're going to head east, which is where the fire is. So smoke is about the same, it feels like. The wind is light. The ash is pretty heavy. By high beam, you can see the ash a little better. Again, praying for these small towns that they're escaped from any harm here. So I'll come back when we get to Highway 22 and we head east. I'm sure at some point they'll stop me. We'll go as far as we can. Well, there it is. That's eastbound Highway 22, and the on-ramp is completely coned off, so I guess we have gone as far as we could go. Well, I don't have any more to report. This is as far as we're allowed to go to get to the fire. I'm going to go back to the fairgrounds and ask around a little bit and see if there's something I can do to assist them. Alright, I'll check back with you. This will be a little bit tricky to get the light right. That looks okay. I'm shining my headlights at the reader board sign. This is the fire station in Scio, level 2 evacuation, north of 228 east of Stayton, Scio Road. Level 2 evacuation north of 228 east of Stayton, Scio Road. So level 2 is be ready. Level 3 is get out now. Whew. Well, I jumped on Interstate 5 for a mile or two. I just want to see what the traffic looks like on the freeway. There's a lot of trailers and RVs and whatever. The smoke is dissipated some, at least for the moment. Still a lot of ash in the air, but it's certainly better. We're coming up on Albany now. But on my old drive this evening, I've been thinking a lot about if you had to evacuate, what would you take? And are you ready? As a prepper, which I consider myself to be a prepper, and you start looking at these situations when they actually come to fruition for somebody, put yourself in their shoes and ask yourself, were you really ready for this? Could you have been better prepared for this? Could you have your go bag ready for your personal items, a go bag ready for your pets? How would you transport your pets? We have a unique situation in our house where our pets can't be together. We have two dogs that hate each other. So we have unique issues, and some of these things we need to think out. You need to ask yourselves the same questions. Have we thought everything through? Let's maybe do a mock-up when things settle down here a little bit, and walk through it. Figure out what you lack, and then make a plan to correct that. We are far from being ready to go at a moment's notice, but we got an emergency alert on our cell phones yesterday around 2 o'clock, I think, that the winds are going to shift from the east, and it could start fires and things, and that's what we got. I didn't think anything of it, and then like that, fires started and entire towns were burned in hours. No significant notice in hours. Some people didn't make it out. So anyway, I'm coming up on Albany exit. I'm going to pull off and head to the Linn County Fairgrounds and see if I can provide any assistance or things like that. Alright, checking back with you. So we're at the fairgrounds. I just checked with them. They have a lot of community groups that are jumping in there, so that's really awesome. So Linn County Evac Center check in here. So they have about 300 families, RVs, that kind of thing, that have checked in here at Linn County Fairgrounds. If you have food, water donations, pet food, that kind of thing, it's on the other side, the entrance across the way. So we're going to drive in there and drop a case of water and go from there. So we're at the back entrance. This is Linn County Evac Center. This is the livestock entrance. I showed you earlier in the video. I didn't want to cruise back here because I didn't want to be in the way. There was a line, so there isn't now. I'll get. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I just dropping off a case of water to whoever can
right,
use
if you want to go clear through the cones and all the way back till you get to the Scio building,
Okay.
you can drop it off there.
Scio building. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Scio building's where the donations go. So we'll drop a case of water today and we'll see what they need, and we'll cruise back tomorrow. All right, here at the facility, looks like they got quite a little bit of food stuff, quite a little bit of water stuff. I see some pet stuff. I see some blankets and so forth. But if you have these kinds of things to donate, bring them to the backside of the Scio building, and they'll be happy to take them.